Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer that was sent to me by the one and the only Steve. So thank you very much, Steve. This came all the way out from BC. This beer today will be from BC's Craft Beer Advent Calendar, which is basically a parallel 49 / Central City Advent Calendar. And this beer will be from Central City, and it is the Dominator. And the Dominator is a Brett Saison at 6.5% alcohol by volume. So there we go, the Dominator. We have our snake bite bottle opener. So okay, so we have our Brett Saison poured, and it's a lot clearer than I would have expected it to be. First off, it's a lot clearer than most Saisons I've normally had, but especially a Brett Saison, because usually you would want a whole, usually you'd have a whole bunch of yeast cake and everything else in a beer that was Brett aged, but not in this one. It's pretty much see-through. There is, as I said, a bit of haze. It's a brassy gold color. Bright white head, no real snap, crackle, pop. Give it a sniff. Okay, average Saison scent. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of clove, a little bit of wheat, and then the Brett comes in, and the Brett is funked. It is, well, I wouldn't even know if I'd, one second. Yeah, it's more like barnyard funk. It's not like it's not the sour Brett that I really like. It's that somewhat horse blanket-like Brett. And I'm not a big fan of the way Brett works when it has that horse blanket scent. I mean, it could be good, though. It could still be good, so we should give it a shot, right? So, let's try it. Cheers.
Ha ha, Chad, you're drinking my blanket. You are drinking my blanket.
Okay. All truth be told, it does have that horse blanket-like smell, but it doesn't fully taste horse blanket-ish. It is dry. It's very dry. It has that wheaty taste, wheat, cloves, a little bit of coriander, a little tiny touch of white pepper, and a very funky, drying taste on the back end that's mixing with the cloves to make it even more drying. All in all, it's actually not a bad beer. I don't like the smell of it. The taste of it isn't horrible. Out of 10 on the Dominator Brett Saison, I'd probably give it a 6.5. I mean, I could drink it. I just don't really, I don't really care to. I mean, if somebody else brought it over, I would drink it, no problem. I wouldn't go out of my way to get this one. So far, we have two. Yeah, they're drinkables from the 20 or so from the pack that has been sent to me from Steve. So thank you very much, Steve. It's going to be great fun going through these and trying them, and you're not ever going to find everything that you love, and that's perfectly fine. At least both these beers are passable to me. They're both good beers, and I could recommend them. Just the smell on this one isn't really for me, and the dryness on the back end is not really for me. But as a Saison on its own, especially a Brett Saison, it's about average. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not. There's nothing wrong with it in a brewing fault type of way. There's stuff wrong with it for me personally, but there's nothing wrong with it in a brewing fault type of way. It's just not. It's just not for me, and that's perfectly fine. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Au revoir, a bientôt. Excuse me. See you soon.